We are going to be talking about healing from enmeshment trauma in this video, and I find this to be an extremely important topic when we are talking about people pleasing, overgiving, taking your power back, taking your energy back from things that are draining you, or breaking out of toxic relationship patterns that do not serve you. So this video is going to help you understand what enmeshment trauma is, the first part, where it comes from, and then we're going to be giving some practical tools on how to break free from enmeshment trauma in your daily life. So if this interests you, if you're curious about healing and coming out of people pleasing and toxic patterns in relationships and with yourself, then please stick around and hang out with me and we will get into it. My name is Grace Moralia. I specialize in trauma and subconscious healing. Please like and subscribe to support this video off the bat so that this can boost the algorithm. I support you, or I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. And comment below if there's a point in this video that supports you and I will respond to the comments. Or if you have any questions, I will also respond to the comments. There's a bird outside my window. But what I help my clients do is identify and heal core wounds, blocks, patterns, emotions that are stuck in their body and nervous system from their past, whether that be childhood, generational trauma that is inherited from the parents, relationships that are currently holding them back right now, or ways that you are just feeling stuck, whether that be in your career or your self-love journey. And I really teach you tools and also hold space for you to heal these wounds on a subconscious level. The way that I do this is through things like hypnotherapy, parts work, somatic therapy, family constellations, energy work, Reiki, psychic and intuitive readings. So all of my work is to help you connect to the highest version of yourself and live your purpose. If you don't feel connected to your true self, if you don't feel connected to your highest self, you want to live authentically, you want to feel free in your body and in yourself, then my work is here for you. You can reach out directly below using the consultation call form link. Tell me a little bit about yourself. We can jump on a no pressure call to see if my work can align for you. Definitely check out my channel, my other videos, and also my testimonials from other people I've helped transform their lives. That's also below. So thank you for being here again. And I wrote down some points. So let's talk about what enmeshment trauma is, first of all, and how it's impacting you. So basically, enmeshment trauma is when you had a primary caregiver that was emotionally dependent on you. That's usually where it comes from. You're used to relationships that depend on you to be a source of energy or emotional support for them. So let's say you had one of your parents was emotionally unstable and you brought nurturing energy to them or supportive energy to them. This is where the dynamic could have started for you. Therefore, in your relationships as you grow up into your adulthood, you may find yourself attracting people who are either on either side of the spectrum, either super avoidant or who are needy. Okay, so basically it's when you are shape-shifting in relationships, you shape-shift to avoid conflict or abandonment. So you don't want to be abandoned. The way that you were used to getting love was from overgiving and giving too much of yourself and losing yourself in the process of being there for other people. This is when you feel emotionally responsible for others. You don't know what you want because you're always focused on others' needs. This is when your energy becomes enmeshed with other people around you, where you get confused about what you desire and the clarity that you seek. You feel drained after interactions and you struggle to feel whole on your own. You fear like you're too much or not enough. So it could be like, oh, I feel like I'm being too much. And then the next minute, oh, I'm not enough. And so then you're trying to figure out how to play a role in other people's lives where you are fitting in to get love, but you have a hard time figuring out where you are in that process. Even if you have done some personal development work and healing work on yourself, this really can be sneaky with intimate relationships and close friendships, and also just noticing your relationships with your parents, things like this. So what do we do about this? What do we do about this? We need to find your sense of self and create a way for you to fully bloom in who you really are. This means you have to own your nose energetically and physically. So a really good thing you could do daily that would just be a small practice that's not hard to handle off the bat would be, what do I want right now? So asking yourself, what do you really want right now? What would fill you up right now? And instead of what is expected of you, what you think or perceive is expected of you. Because the tricky thing with enmeshment trauma, this really goes hand in hand with unworthiness. I found in my practice of working with close to 4,000 clients over the past 5.5 years, male and female from all walks of life. I do in-person work in Sedona, Arizona, and have a big client base there. And I've noticed that with abandonment trauma, it's like we hold this expectation that people are going to abandon us, or that we have to be more or do more, but it's not even based in the present moment. So like enmeshment trauma is a really good example of you maybe being like, oh, if I don't do this X, Y, and Z, if I'm not available this long, if I don't give this much love, then I will be abandoned, then I will be X, Y, and Z again, right? So asking yourself, what is this story based on what's actually happening, or is it coming from the lens of my past, really helps you clear that energy out of your field and come back to and return to this energetic sovereignty. So it's about coming back to what do you want, not what other people, what you perceive other people to expect, because many times you'll find that that expectation is not actually based in truth anyways. They would not even say that that's their truth. So, and if it is, and you're finding yourself in codependent relationships, whether that's friendships or intimate relationships or family, whatever, you got to ask yourself, what part of yourself are you denying or hiding to try to fit in with a structure that doesn't serve you and your being? We want to find areas of life and ways to fit into life where we're honoring our needs and we're showing up and being authentic, so that we can meet our goals energetically, physically, spiritually, and become the most aligned version of ourselves as possible. So what do I want to share next? Just because your body feels discomfort of feeling like you might be abandoned, or that you might not be good enough unless you give X, Y, and Z, right? This over-giving, people-pleasing tendency of not fully owning yourself, your needs, your voice, because you might fear something coming for you. Just understand that you need to feel that discomfort that's underneath that in the body. It doesn't mean that it's real. Just because you feel it doesn't mean that it's real. So you need to allow other people to be disappointed and get disappointed in you without internalizing that it's your fault. And this is definitely a journey that I find myself in, and that I feel like a lot of people find themselves in. You're not responsible for how you make other people feel in some ways. Of course, it creates healthy relationships to be responsible for how other people feel, but if you say no and you're not able to show up in a certain way and someone responds in a way that you don't like, you can't always be in every situation. Some situations, yes, but you can't always be internalizing things and making it your fault, right? So your identity is just used to, when we have enmeshment and abandonment and unworthiness, it's used to being a certain role for people that doesn't include the self. So we need to include the self in the relational role, right? So identifying the parts of you that became emotionally engulfed by your parents and become emotionally engulfed by other people when you're in relationships really helps you to see where your blind spots are and why you're feeling drained and sucked into relational patterns that don't serve you, right? So you need to teach yourself that you don't need to take care of everybody else to be safe, and that you get to exist for yourself, right? And this is the healing work that I can help you do, really identifying. What we really do together is just figure out exactly what you are dealing with, full spectrum, right? Because when you have a certain pattern or belief system, there's always a wound underneath, there's always a trauma, there's always a core underneath. So what we do is figure out what that core is for you, what those cores are, and then we go through the body somatically and really heal that emotionally through coaching and through subconscious healing. So we're really hitting it at different levels, also energy work and bringing forth guidance from the soul. It's really a comprehensive way of going about clearing away your old self and coming into your new self. So if this energy resonates, if you're like, oh, I feel interested in this, definitely reach out for a call and we can figure out what for you might be needing. So more notes that I wrote are, let's see. Okay, so I do want to talk about energetic sovereignty in this, because when we have enmeshment, we might not have been realizing in the past that this created energetic entanglement on a spiritual level and created cords. I have videos about cords on my channel. Maybe I should create another one, but energetic and spiritual cords and how that influences you. So basically, you need to protect your energy and practice energetic boundaries. I'm not really going to get into that fully today, but what I will say is that a way that you can protect your energy is visualize a gold egg around your energy field. It's just engulfing your energy and protecting your energy. And what I always do is the beginning and end of the day, I say this. I call all of my energy back to me now cleansed and cleared. I call all of my energy back to me now cleansed and cleared. I call all of my energy back to me now cleansed and cleared. And I say that over and over and over and over and over again until I feel complete with that part intuitively. And then I go into, I release any energy that is not mine. I release any energy that is not mine. I release any energy that is not mine. And I keep saying that over and over and over as well. So when you have enmeshment with your parents or lovers or whatever, this creates spiritual cords that get your energy mixed with theirs, and that's where confusion comes in about what your wants and needs are. So it's really important to see, like, especially in the family or karmic bonds that come into your life, there's already energetic residue, whether that be from different lifetimes or let's just say soul contracts. I have videos on soul contracts in my channel and karmic relationships and all of that. I should make another one of those too. But those energies have already been deeply embedded for a long period of time. So it can be hard to get out of these loops, but any loops that you're finding in your relationships really bring you back to yourself and what karmic cords and relationships that you need to heal within, what patterns you need to heal within, and it's really not about blaming that other person. So yeah, who are you beyond what you believe you need to be for others, and what do you need in every moment so that you can be free? Creating a new blueprint for relationships and taking your power back. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful and tell me how, or if you have any questions, let me know as well. I'd love to answer them. Again, my name's Grace. Thanks for being here. If you're interested in working together or curious, you can fill out the form below. I love you. I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.